What is up, Fab Fam? It is super effing chilly out right now. They said, what was that they there? I don't know. They said this was going to be the coldest winter that most of Canada has had in many, 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 many years. And to be honest, it was pretty mild so far. Most of it was like minus 15 to minus 20-ish Celsius, but in the last couple of weeks, I mean, we had a couple of days that went down to like minus 28, minus 30, but in the last couple of weeks it's progressively getting colder, and right now it is about minus 32, minus 33 Celsius outside. With a wind chill, it's about minus 41. So I have just put some boiling water into my hot water bottle, and I'm going to sleep with that in the bed tonight just to keep me a little warmer. We've got the furnace running, our little electric heater, and popping some popcorn so I can go Netflix and chill with my blankets. But I did want to touch on the water situation, because normally to have running water hooked up to your trailer when it's winter, let alone like minus 40 outside, which I think is about the same in Fahrenheit as minus 40 Fahrenheit. So to have running water when it's this cold is pretty unheard of. So I just wanted to show you guys that we do in fact still have running water. Now I have noticed throughout the night that it looks like maybe it's going to struggle a little bit, so it may freeze overnight. We will see. I'm hoping not, but just in case it does, I have, you see my little water bottle down there? So that's filled up with water. So God forbid I run out of water, I have water to flush the toilets, do dishes, stuff like that. I always do the dishes the night before, and I always fill up my kettle the night before, so that if it does freeze overnight, my dishes are already clean and I have water for tea or coffee in the morning. Priorities, right? So I just wanted to touch base. I will show you guys again in the morning if it does wind up freezing, but this hose that we've gotten is rated to minus 40 Celsius. I don't know if that includes a wind chill or not, so I guess we'll see. It says up to minus 40, and it's going to go down to about minus 35 tonight, so it may very well freeze, and that's without a wind chill. So we'll see. May or may not be okay, but I will let you guys know tomorrow morning. But either way, I'm going to link this hose in the description down below, because the first hose we bought wound up leaking on us, and I think that's the original one I linked for you guys. It was good, but it wound up leaking on us after about a month or 2 months or something like that. And then the next hose we got was a Camco, which was awesome, but it's only rated to minus 23, so it froze right away after like 2 weeks. So we got this one about a month ago now, maybe a little more than a month ago, and it has been awesome. We've not had any problems, and even if it freezes at this point, it's just because it's too cold outside. But I would highly recommend this one. I've been waiting for like the last month to be able to share it with you guys to make sure that we didn't have any issues with it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, and I'll insert the clip of like how cold it actually is outside just so that you guys can see. But yeah, like I said, we have running water, and that is running water. It's not like it's put into a holding tank and I've got my pump on to pump it through. Like, this is a water hookup on the exterior of the trailer running to an exterior outlet outside where it's minus 33 outside. So anyways, I'm going to get my popcorn. I'm gonna go Netflix and chill. I also just wanted to show you guys that even though it's like minus 33, feels like minus 40 outside, it is, if I can get this to show up. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this. There we go. Okay, so even though it feels like minus 40 outside, it is plus 20 in here, which is amazing because we are in an RV. The other thing that I do the night before, aside from doing dishes and refilling the kettle for hot water, is I always refill the Brita filter as well. Again, if the water freezes, I can just refill it with that, but I want to try and conserve that water as much as I can, so I make sure I'm topped up on everything. Make sure that the dog is topped up on his water. He's in for the night. Hunter loves cold weather, and it is also so cold for him that he pretty much just goes out to pee and comes back in. Like, he doesn't want anything to do with outside. It's dark, but I'm going to see if I can show you guys. Yeah, you can't really see. But we got a lot of freaking snow. So much snow. I'll show you guys tomorrow. It snowed. Okay, it snowed for like 3 straight days. And I mean, it wasn't really heavy snow, but it was enough that there's like probably that much snow or more on everything outside. I don't know how well you guys can see me. I just kind of flipped the camera around. But yeah, we got a lot of snow. I'll show you tomorrow. And yeah, just kind of wanted to share real life what it's like living in the RV. But a lot of people thought we were crazy for doing a Canadian winter in an RV, but so far we've been pretty good. There have been some inconveniences for sure, don't be fooled, but like for example, me having to go out there, shovel away snow from our access door to get to our valves to empty our tanks, and then standing outside when it's minus 30, minus 40 outside waiting for them to drain. That sucks, especially like we have a heater under the trailer, but sometimes the valves can still stick a little, almost like they're freezing, so trying to get that open without like breaking anything, because you, God forbid, do not want a leak down there, that sucks. But anyways, I'm just kind of rambling now, so yeah, I will chat with you guys in the morning, and hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully we still have water in here. Alright guys, it is the next morning. It is minus 37 outside, feels like minus 42. It is still 20 degrees in here, which is amazing. So now the moment of truth. Do we still have water? Oh my God, we still have water. That is amazing. It is so cold outside, I legit have frost inside on the door. Alright, now you guys can see a little better. Look how much snow there is. You know what, despite it being like 37 degrees outside, it actually does not feel too bad out here. Probably because it's so freaking cold. And the worst of it is, I need to go empty my tanks. Alright. I am about to go outside and empty my tanks in minus 37 degree weather. It's so cold out that the lock is frozen open, so I have to lock the door behind me to get it to stay shut. Okay, I tried, but it's so cold out here. Those gate valves are frozen shut even with that heater running under there. So I could not get them open. And unfortunately I left my gloves in the car. So I'm out here without gloves on and my hands are freezing. Had it been a little warmer outside, I might have stayed out there to like fight with them to try and get them open, but I still have a third of room left in the gray water tank. It's only reading 2/3, and then my black water still seems to be okay, so I'm just going to be very conservative on my water consumption for the next day or two until they, you know, thaw out, until I can get them open, because like I said, even with the heater under there, they are frozen shut, and if I went out there with the heat gun or something or really reefed on them, I'd be fine. But again, I do not want to do that without gloves. So, making some breakfast. Gonna make some bacon and some hash browns. Trying to still conserve water because, as you can see, my gray tank is almost completely full and they're still frozen, or at least I'm assuming they are. I'm not about to go back outside right now, so I'm trying to be very conservative with the water consumption. So likely my dishes will have to wait until later. In a little bit I'm going to make myself some coffee. We've been really enjoying this. This is Kick-Ass by Kicking Horse, or Kicking Horse Kick-Ass, and it is kick-ass coffee. I do highly recommend it. Alright, breakfast is served. Just some hash browns and eggs, which is probably cooled already. Lots of dishes, because again I'm trying to conserve water. And I'm boiling some water to make my coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Look at that steam coming off. See how frosted this is? There's plastic over my windows. And it's frosted up. You can't even see out the window. It's so freaking cold. If I look here, minus 36, feels like minus 41. It's barely warmed up, and there's our forecast for the next few days. Hopefully it'll warm up. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see me. It's pretty dark in here. I feel like I want to be able to do some more videos for you guys, but I'm not sure what I could do. Maybe a nighttime routine? I mean, I'll be honest, things are pretty boring when it's just me here by myself and Cody's not home. Especially when it's cold like this out. Like, we don't even go for walks with the dog. Like, I stay at home, cook my meals, Netflix and chill. Journal a little bit, YouTube, you know, whatever I can, play some games, keep myself occupied, but there's really not a lot that we can do when it's this cold out. A lot less that I can do since I can't empty my tanks right now, because normally I'd be cleaning and stuff throughout the day too, and I can't even really do that. And I could go back outside and try and stuff like a few towels or something around the door just to help block in more heat and hopefully thaw it out so that I can empty it, but I really do not want to go outside when it's this cold out. Maybe tomorrow. I'll see if I can make it through today and then tomorrow, because I think it's only going to be like minus 27 or something. It'll be a little more manageable, and then I can go out there and excuse me, try and block off the door. So yeah, that's kind of what we're up to today. A lot of nothing. Okay, I lied. This little guy is asking me to go outside, so I'm going to go outside with him and try once again to unfreeze the tanks. Should we put Psycho Pee? He always stares at me when he wants to go outside. Okay, still no bueno. So I'm going outside with a towel. I'm gonna just try and block up the holes, because as you can see, this door doesn't shut all the way. So I'm just gonna stick this guy in here, and hopefully it traps in enough heat that it'll thaw out those gate valves so that I can get them open to empty my tanks later. Sorry for the shoddy camera work. This is hard to do when you don't have help. Okay. It's not pretty, but hopefully it'll be enough. Now I'm cold, so I'm going back into the trailer, and we'll try again later. This guy, I don't know how the fuck he's doing it. Just hangs outside here and it's fucking cold out. Hunter, wanna come inside? My stupid ass is out here without any gloves on. Whew. Alright. Back in we go. Enough of that. Okay, being that I'm stuck inside today, I've decided it'll be a day to game. So we're gonna come up in my little stash here, grab the Xbox controller, and we're going to boot into Windows and play some Final Fantasy, I think. Okay. Windows, please. Okay, we seem to be having some issues with the eGPU today, but we're gonna see if we can get this game to work. I'm really hoping this works, because Windows is kind of buggy with eGPUs on a MacBook, and I'm having some issues trying to get it to work. It's giving me code 12 saying that I don't have enough available resources to run the eGPU, and there is a workaround for that, which I had done previously and had everything working, but for whatever reason it's not working this time around. For all I know, it's not actually recognizing it at all. It is powering my laptop, it's giving me access to my external hard drive plugged in through the eGPU, but the eGPU itself, I don't know if it's going to work. So we're going to find out when I play how choppy this is. Yeah, I don't think it's working. That sucks. Oh, that's brutal. I gave up. I don't know what the hell is going on with Windows, but I've had enough. I'm going back to my Mac. We're just gonna have to play The Sims. Oh yeah, that's right. Look how easy that was. We have our little keyboard and mouse set up over here. That propped up. I'm gonna have me some game time. Alright, third time is a charm. We got the tanks emptied. Whoop! So that means I can have a shower. Another, you know, real life of living in an RV is if your tanks are full and they're frozen shut in the middle of winter, not only can you not do your dishes or clean when you run out of space in your gray tank, but you also can't shower, which sucks when it's cold and you kind of just want to have a hot shower. And by hot, I mean kind of lukewarm, because it's so cold outside that your hot water can't really heat up all the way, even though our hot water tank is insulated. So it's more like a warm to cool shower, but it's kind of warm and it lasts for all of 2 minutes. So yeah, anyways. So for dinner tonight, I am making some rice. And I don't want to take the lid off and ruin it, but I'll show you when it's done. It's just some rice with some mixed vegetables and like a chicken bouillon cube. Played outside with this little guy for a little bit, braved the cold, and then dun da da da, empty gray tank. Don't mind the fact that the black tank is still showing its 2/3. Our level indicator thing in there, I think there's something wrong with the sensor, because right after emptying it, it could read full, and then an hour later it'll say it's 2/3, and then it'll say full again, and then it'll say it's empty, and then it'll say it's 2/3 again, and then it'll be stuck down at 1/3. So we've just learned to just empty it periodically enough that we're not worried about it filling up. So yeah, so now I guess I'm just gonna make some supper. I haven't decided if I want to Netflix, YouTube, or play some games again, or I might just eat and then journal and crawl up into bed for a bit. It's not that late. I think it's only like 6:30 or 7 o'clock or something. So, but yeah, it's been a pretty chill day. Not really. See, this is what I mean. I don't know what to show you guys during my day in the life, because there's not a lot that goes on. All right, so this is what we have for supper tonight. It is literally just rice with some vegetables in it. Yes, I am aware that this would normally just be a side dish to an actual meal, but I ran out of food in the house, and when it's -40 outside, you're not keen on going to the grocery store. Also, because it's been so cold, I haven't been anywhere in the last like 4 days, so I'm pretty sure one of the tires on the car is not flat, but like I'd have to put air in it, which means I'd have to stand outside while it's -35 out for 10 or 15 minutes with the air compressor and pump up the tire, all to go to the store. So I'm just going to continue to tough it out and live off rice and beans for a little bit. And besides, we're trying to pay off debt, right? So why not try to, you know, live as frugally as I can? I would not recommend this. This is not nutritionally good for you. So yeah, this is my dinner tonight. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I did just kind of want to give you like a real glimpse into like what a day like today would look like. When it's cold out like this, there is not a lot for me to do. So I apologize if it was a little boring, but it's pretty close to bedtime now. I've got my water bottle all filled up. It's so warm. So I'm going to crawl into bed. I'm going to cuddle up with my warm hot water bottle, and I'm going to try and keep warm for the evening. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day wherever you are, and we will chat with you guys later. Bye!